So I'm usually a pretty big wuss when it comes to horror movies, but with it being October and Halloween coming up, I thought I would branch out and watch some of them. So today I'm going to watch the 1982 film Creepshow. I love 80s movies, so I'm hoping this is kind of campy and cheesy, but I guess we will find out. All I really know about it is that it's somehow related to the show that was out when I was younger called Tales from the Crypt. The show terrified me when I was younger. I think I made it through maybe like the intro where he's talking towards the camera, that like skeleton thing, and that scared me as a kid, so this will be interesting to watch as an adult. Comment below if you think I should react to the old Tales from the Crypt series. If you have any other suggestions for horror movies you think I should watch, please comment below. And if you want to say in what movies or TV shows I watch, be sure to join Patreon. And I do have horror movie themed notebooks for sale. The link will be below. And as always, please like, comment, and subscribe to this channel, and check back often for more awesome content.
It's any worse than the books you keep in your dresser. Those ones under your underwear.
Oh my. Oh dear, Billy.
Find you with a worthless piece of shit like this again. You won't sit down for a week.
What is he reading? Oh, okay. Creepshow is the name of a magazine? Or a comic, maybe? This pumpkin, it looks so sinister even though it's got a smiley face. It's pretty ridiculous so far, but I love it.
I hope you rot in hell.
Oh my. His dad, yeah, is very against horror, and I think that's interesting for like a horror movie. Like, we haven't really seen anybody who's like flat out, he's like, why are you reading this trash, and just hates horror. Oh my. I would not be smiling if I saw that on my window. Cheese and rice. He's like, hey buddy, what you doing? That's so creepy, the way like the eyes moved. It's kind of reminding me of like Skeletor from He-Man. Jolting tales of horror. Da 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 da. Jordy Romero? What? That's awesome. I've heard that name before. Adrienne, yeah, she was in The Fog. Fritz Weaver. Leslie Nielsen? Really? Oh my. I feel like this would have appealed to a lot of kids who grew up in the 80s. And Ed Harris? What? Ted Danson? Oh my god, this cast. Stephen King? What? And whose parents were much like Stan, and who were telling him like, why are you reading this junk? Like, stay away from horror. I'm so excited this is Jordy Romero. This cast looks amazing. Oh. Was this a real comic book that existed, or is that just a tie-in for the movie?
Hog, Henry, but then I suppose you know that.
Yeah, and they titled this Stepfather, so it seems like they're making live action versions of the comic book stories. That's my guess. Oh, Ed Harris.
Supposed to have murdered her father. Yes.
Da, 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 da. Oh, cool. Yeah, I like the comic book panels and like the mix of animation and real world.
Brothers, who now owe her so very much.
Okay, yeah, so they seem to be fine with this woman who killed her dad for money, basically. Because they're like, yeah, now our lives are better because we have all this money, and they don't seem concerned about inviting a murderer over once a year to celebrate with baked ham. Yeah, and these like framed and having the video play within these like comic book frames. That's a lot of frosting. You're gonna give him diabetes at the very least. Cheese and rice. So cool, yeah. Oh. Bonk. Happy Father's Day! Right in the noggin. Oh.
A peaceful head.
Ah! Oh my god, that jump scare. Oh god. He's alive. It's alive! Oh, zombie dead. Oh. Man really loved his cake. Not gonna argue with that. Oh my god, yes, a zombie crawling out of his grave saying, "Where's my cake?" I love it. Oh, yes. And this like very dramatic red and blue lighting on each side of his face. Oh. Bye, Bedelia. You won't be having a baked ham today.
Yet arrived. And you will remember that today is a very special day for her.
Yes.
Yeah, it's weird that they're celebrating it. The day that she killed her dad. And also the day that she died now, apparently.
I do hope.
Where's my cake? Oh, slips, trips, and falls. Yeah, I would not just be like casually laughing. Oh. That would be terrifying, lying in this grave. You found Bedelia. Oh my. Strange bedfellows indeed. Where's my cake? It's Father's Day. Oh, bye, Ed. Got the chop. Now Zombie Dad is free to eat all the cake he wants. He's gonna crash his own party and realize what they're celebrating. Dance party for one. Why not, you know? He loves cake so much, he decided to rise from the dead and make himself a cake. I really love it so far. It's so ridiculous. Oh! Yikes! Just snapped her neck, didn't even give her a chance to make the cake. Oh my god!
I got my cake.
A human cake. Whoa! Here comes the comic books. Yes. Oh my god, I love it. He made a cake out of her head and just put icing in her hair and like 6 candles. Gag! Arg! Yes. I'm excited for this like comic book animation incorporation. Unintentional rhyme. But yeah, that's a really cool way to do it. I've seen it before in a few movies, but I don't think I've seen it in a horror movie before, so. And I like the short story option instead of one continuous story. Gives a little bit more variety. That's Stephen King, isn't it? Oh my god. I've only ever seen him in like cameos in like few pieces, so this will be exciting. Golly!
The college.
Dream sequence. Department of Meteors. Yes, a very important department. Everybody has one.
200. Anita Verrill didn't raise no idiots.
I love how he thinks the Department of Meteors just has a box of cash.
Not a cent.
And he's paying him in fives, like $200 in fives.
Got to cool some bitch off. Yeah.
Man of opportunity, you know, something strange lands in his backyard. He's like, how can I profit from this? I like that it's like changing colors inside. That's cool. Like an alien egg or something, maybe. Oh! I got blisters on my fingers. Yeah, that page turn transition. Haven't seen that in a while. But fits very well with the comic book theme. Whoa! It's a cool prop, though. And now grass is starting to spring up everywhere. Oh my.
Jesus Christ.
Is he becoming troll too? Uh-oh, he's gonna turn into a plant. Right, yeah, that's medically accurate for sure. This is like butcher's knife. We're gonna have to remove those fingers. He's like, you know what, on second thought, I'm not gonna call the doctor. I don't want to lose my fingers.
Gory, don't it itch?
Is he like slowly turning into a plant? Yeah.
Years roll on when they grow old.
Everything he's touched, yeah, has this green stuff on it.
Here you are, you sucker. No Jews in there someplace.
Vodka? What is he gonna do, like try and burn it down? Vodka orange juice? If I get drunk enough, I'll forget I'm turning into a plant. There you go. He's just like accepted his fate as like, yeah, a space plant man. Just sit there with vodka orange juice and just watch TV. Not much of a fighter, this Jordy. That's such a cool set. I'm curious if any of it was like computer, like added in digitally, if it was all practical. I feel like water would just make it grow faster. As he, oh, Jordy. That's crazy! That looks pretty cool, actually. Oh, there wasn't even like brains or blood or anything. Like he had completely become a plant. It was just like green goo inside. That's crazy. Yeah, I'm very curious to find out how they did this set and like how much, yeah, was digital, how much was real. And of course, yeah, it takes place in Maine.
That it's going to be almost miraculous.
And Castle Rock, I believe, is the name of another Stephen King show. Now it's like spreading over the road and like going to other towns. Bastin. Oh, voodoo doll. Okay.
Oh.
This looks like the Anchorman set when they go back to his place. Leslie Nielsen. Hello, Leslie.
Work on TV, mister, but I can bench press 300 pounds.
And Ted Danson in the same scene? What?
Quality of picture.
I think I've only seen Ted Danson in like later things. Like he's in The Good Place.
Take your hand off me right now.
He's so serious. Usually he's such a funny guy.
Could be.
Wouldn't it be gone when like the tide comes in?
Sand into the hole.
He wants him to bury himself alive.
Just keep my promises, Harry. And I do have the gun, don't I?
Leslie Nielsen is in a super funny horror movie, or not horror movie, horror comedy called Dracula Dead and Loving It. I would be so claustrophobic. I would not be into this. Nope, 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 nope.
Keep my promises.
Oh God, no. No way. Yeah, there's no way. What cruel game is this? He just took him to the beach and buried him in the sand, or made him bury himself.
Found a friend, Harry.
I'm not used to seeing evil Liam Neeson. Leslie Nielsen.
Get it out of here.
I always get those names confused. Oh, we brought him a television. That's nice. Oh my God, he's showing her like exactly the same way that he killed Becky.
I love this stuff.
Oh my God, this guy is sick. He's so sick, and that's exactly what he's done to Harry now. Oh my God, that's awful.
It's not on play, it's on record. I'm gonna save this stuff. Dude, you're a part of my whole movies.
You're insane.
That would be such a slow way to die. It's like, it'd just be little pieces, like, as the tide comes in, like, inch by inch. Oh my God. And yeah, you're stuck. You can't move. But you know eventually that you'll be covered in water.
Bastard. You bastard.
And, like, the further you struggle, probably the more you sink.
Wait.
No, you enjoy the show.
Oh my God, that's so cruel to watch her drown and you're in the exact same situation.
Here, Richard.
Yeah, and he's like, it's a private beach, like no matter how much you scream, basically no one's gonna hear you, and see ya.
Come on, Richard, please.
Oh my God, so cruel. And like mentally, like you have to prepare for your own death happening, and then watching somebody you love also go through the same fate, like so twisted. Well, you might get electrocuted before you drown, who knows, but cheese and rice. Yeah, exactly. And I don't know if they use like a stunt double for any of this. It looks just like him, but That would be hard as an actor to, like, you have sand. Oh, there goes your bucket. Bye, bucket. Yeah, I was gonna say, wouldn't you see his head, now that the tide's gone back out, wouldn't you see his head still in the sand where you left him? The bucket's back, so... But he's saying the current pulled him out? Oh, maybe it was like fog. These are like ghosts from the beach and like the tilted angle. Oh, and their voices are underwater. So cool. Oh, gross. Just like this green watery goo came out. Nope. And they're, yeah, covered in seaweed and just like these sea monster ghosts. Oh, right in the eye. Yeah, good. Such an innocent request. Just come to the beach, Richard. Yeah, he's using the words against him. Yeah, that's what he told them to do. Yeah, and the same like half red, half blue lighting. Yeah, and on the beach as well we saw. That's why I couldn't find him, because he was a zombie. Oh. Oh. I guess we'll find out.
Academics. Make the shark in Jaws look like fucking Flipper.
Wilma!
He's like, yeah, I've had it with you.
Everything's just fine.
Oh, I imagine this is a dream sequence of some kind. Yeah. Did that say Julia Carpenter?
And that date.
At Antarctica? Is that supposed to be like a reference to The Thing? Or at least like a reference to John Carpenter in some way. And I believe he is still, he was married to Adrienne in this sequence as well.
Lab windows, only when it came down.
I don't know if they were married during this, but I know they were married at some point.
Ralph.
Yeah. Oh, okay, here we go. He's doing it for real this time, I think.
Yes, Billy.
Oh,
yes, Billy.
maybe not. He's thinking about it for sure. That's the second time in like one day.
Without me.
He's like, I'd love to find out.
Where'd I leave my flashlight? You remember, Doc?
Never mind. Let's...
Oh, gremlins? What's in here? Something alive?
Something shiny.
Oh, why would you put your hand in it? Ah. As soon as they change the lighting, you know it's gonna be bad. Oh my god. It looked like a werewolf or something? Well, I think his janitorial days are over. Oh no! Yeah, it looked like the yellow eyes and like fur of like a werewolf. Oh! Oh my god, what is this thing? He's like, I'm taking you and you're with me. I've been alone for a long time. Oh god, he's eating his head. It looked well done, like the creature, like that furry thing or whatever it was, looked really cool. It almost looked like Alf, but like Alf on steroids almost. Some monkey werewolf hybrid thing.
I think you'd been off on a hell of a toot.
A hell of a toot? Pardon?
I think we'd both been off on a hell of a toot. Got sing.
Can we bring that saying back?
Instead of pink elephants. I think I'll, go down.
He thinks the professor just took a bunch of drugs and doesn't know what he's talking about, and pink elephants, and he's like, yeah, stay away from me. Oh, God. There, yeah, now you're doomed. Oh! Yeah! Oh, he's gonna bonk him. Those are some giant teeth. Bonked him. Oh! It definitely looks like a man in a monkey suit, but it's still well done. Those teeth are so scary. Oh, right on his neck. Oh, God! Yeah, like the makeup and prosthetics and stuff has been pretty decent.
For the both of us. While we talk this over, we may need it.
Yeah, he's drugging him, and like, is he thinking, oh, this is a way I can get rid of my wife? I can take her to this creature, and like... That's why you always leave a note.
And you know how to be firm.
Oh.
I think Dex could use it.
Milk and alcohol, just the thought of that makes my stomach turn. Something shouldn't mix, but...
What indeed, Henry? What indeed?
Oh, Henry, you little sneaky sneak. Yeah, he's not cleaning it up for his friend. He's cleaning it up so that when she walks in there, she doesn't panic, and that whatever happens to her is already taken care of, basically. He's definitely setting his wife into a trap so that she'll get murdered by this crate thing. Yeah, and he doesn't seem overly concerned that other people she brought her milk with her in the car. Cheese and rice.
It's easier if you just see for yourself, Wilma.
Yeah, and like this has shown actors in other roles I haven't seen. Like her character in The Fog was very different.
You're laughing?
Stephen King, I haven't seen him in a part like that.
When you see, you'll think so yourself.
Yeah, and like Leslie Nielsen, I hadn't seen in a role like that. He usually plays more comedic and not dramatic parts.
Wake up, whatever you are! Wake up! Wake up! Dinner time!
She's like, why are you just shaking me back and forth? What's going on? Yeah, those great things. Like, you know what? I've eaten twice today in the past, 100 and however many years. I'm doing good and I'm not hungry again.
Piggy friends. And shit for brains.
She's the worst. Cheese and rice. So mean.
I swear to God, you'll be wearing your balls for earrings. And I swear to God, if you ever touch...
Ah, yeah, there it is. He's like, thank you. Oh my God. Yeah, chomps. She's getting the chomps. All of these seem to have like one like catchphrase line. Like, I want my cake, and, call me Billy. Cheese and rice. Oh, that got me. Who's trying to, like, so quietly put these locks on?
At this time of the year, and no other, the campus is almost...
Oh, he's taking it with him. Oh, my. Okay.
And there are no bodies.
But people are still missing. Like, people died. Do you think people will be looking for them?
Thanks. Thank you, Dexter.
It's like, what are friends for other than hiding up murders of wives, honestly.
Friends for.
Ha-ha! Called it. They're like, and we'll never talk about this again. We'll just play chess. Of course. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, that's such a creepy shot of like just these yellow eyes. They're creeping up on you. Ha ha! Okay. This is the fifth one? The fifth short story we've seen? Is it gonna be about bugs? Oh god, I hope not. Ugh.
$200 a month penthouse apartment. My supposedly germ-proof apartment.
Oh, I thought this was a lab. Oh, but okay, but he's just turned his apartment. Oh god, I really don't like bugs. He just turned his apartment into, that's why he's probably in a robe. This like germ-proof place.
The old farter seat on the board of directors. Yeah.
This like, yeah, incinerator. Oh my god, those definitely look like real bugs.
The very core of the building itself.
Nope, no. Not for all the money in the world would I let a cockroach crawl on my hand. Ugh.
They get a foothold in the building, you never get rid of them.
Yeah, and that's interesting how, like, literally his apartment is all white, everything. Like, he has very few, like, personal items. He has this jukebox, which is sweet. But, like, other than that, it's, like, a computer and even that other thing that was telling him, like, the time. And every take, we need 7 takes for this one shot because he won't die. Oh, gosh.
Ones who, if you'll pardon the expression, fucked up.
This guy is a real monster. Yeah.
Well, I can't fire him, can I?
Wow. He's, like, playing, like, a fiddle, like, when she's expressing her grief over the loss of her husband, and, yeah, clearly doesn't care.
They creep up on you.
Hey, that's the name of this movie. Gross. There was one in his cereal or whatever he was making. Ew. Oh, God. That poor cockroach. I mean, I don't like him. I just don't want to blend it up either. Yeah, that's cruel.
Mr. Pratt? Like I was crazy. Oh, no, sir, Mr.
That's terrifying. Why does it need to be a magnifying glass?
Oh, yes, sir. Right now.
Yeah, he's like, where am I going to find an exterminator at like 11:30 at night? And
That's the explanation.
he's saying like, oh, you've got bugs again, so maybe like the bugs aren't real? He's making them up?
That's I grew up in Hell's Kitchen. Bugs everywhere.
Is that a bunch of them on the floor behind him? Oh god, it's just like making me itchy, like, ugh. Ew, they're everywhere. I hate it. Oh god, I hate it so much. Get out of there now! Oh, I hate it. Oh, and all the lights went out. Great.
The biggest ones I've ever seen! This has gotta stop!
And they're in the jukebox. Oh my god, there's hundreds of them. They're all like different sizes and oh. And they look real. Like those don't look like props. Like those look like they went out and bought a bunch of cockroaches. Or found some somewhere. I don't know.
You can't be stuck in the elevator. I want you up here right now. There's bugs, roaches.
Yeah, comment below if you know how many cockroaches were used in this scene, because there's a lot. Oh my god, yeah, that's what I saw when they had that wide shot. Oh my god. Frickin' no. No. No, just so much no. I would, and can't they like, some of them like fly too, or am I making that up in my nightmares?
Come on, come on.
Oh, does he have like a panic room in his? Yeah, that seems like something he would have. Oh my god! Oh my god! There's hundreds. Oh my god, I hate it. I hate it so much. Yeah, that might happen.
You there, Mr. Pratt?
And now the bugs are gone? What? Oh, they're in his coat? Oh my god. They're in his brain? Oh my god, I know it's not real, but still. Nightmare fuel. Nightmare fuel. The bugs are real. Ew! Ew!
Mr. Pratt!
I hate this so much.
Bastard.
Oh my god, the whole room is just like 3 feet deep in cockroaches. Cheese and rice.
Black, you're looking at it's a gag, you know?
Oh, there's the voodoo doll. Did that little boy sent away for a voodoo doll that we started off? Yeah, I was wondering if he would come back to this. He's like, you know what, Dad? I loved that comic book, and you didn't accept me for who I am.
For another shot, Dad?
Oh, Billy. Yeah, that's nice, like, tie-in, like, way they started the movie and now they're back to it. So that was my first time watching the 1982 film Creepshow, which was actually 5 short stories into one movie. I really like that format. I haven't seen a horror movie broken down like that before, so it was nice to see something different. And the fact that it was directed by George A. Romero and the screenplay was by Stephen King, that's amazing. 2 really strong horror icons coming together, so that was exciting to see. I don't think I've seen them work on a project together before, so that was definitely unexpected. And the cast was great. Ted Danson, Leslie Nielsen. I like it when I watch older movies and I see actors I recognize from newer stuff or stuff that they're more known for, and some lesser known roles. Like Ed Harris was in this as well as that Father's Day scene, and I thought the actors were playing roles they didn't typically play, like when Leslie Nielsen's character is playing like a very serious, dramatic, like this evil killer guy, and he usually plays like the comedian human aspect of it, so it was nice to see him do something different. And same in the crate episode, Adrienne, her character from The Fog is very different, so it was interesting to see her play this different role for sure. I wasn't expecting the comic book element, so that was nice, and I like when they mix like animation and live action. I think this worked really well, and the comic book frames that they had, like the panels and the way that they would zoom out and then it would switch to the comic book format and they would turn the pages, and even when we had like the page wipe transitions from the live action, I thought those worked really well. I don't think that would work for every movie obviously, but since this was telling stories from a comic book, it worked perfectly. Definitely some cheesy moments, but I love that in 80s movies, and the overly dramatic like blue and red lighting when things were getting scary. I'm not sure if this comic book actually exists, if they made it up just for the movie. Comment below and let me know. I don't know if there are sequels or remakes or anything like that. And my initial prediction of being about Tales from the Crypt, it kind of looked like that skeleton creature they had at the beginning might have been related, or maybe I was completely wrong and it has nothing to do with Tales from the Crypt, but that's how I'd kind of associated it. And with like the short story format or like the little vignette format, I believe the Tales from the Crypt was only like little half-an-hour episodes. I think my favorite out of all 5 stories was the first one, the Father's Day one, how they every year celebrate this daughter getting away with murdering her dad because then they inherited all this money, and she goes to visit his grave and we see his zombie corpse come back and he just wants cake. And I just thought that was such a funny motivation for this zombie to come back to life basically, because he wants his cake, and every Father's Day his daughter made him a cake and he comes back to life and then makes this cake made out of their head and like puts icing in her hair. And I just love the concept of somebody coming back to life for cake basically, so that was pretty funny. And then my least favorite was definitely the bug one. I don't like bugs. That was super gross, and they definitely seemed like real bugs, and it just, oh god, makes me like just itchy like thinking about it. It feels like things are crawling on you, like oh my god. And there was a lot of bugs, and then when you see them like trapped in that glass room at the end and there's just like layers and layers and layers of bugs on him, just oh so creepy. And didn't seem like anybody was overly concerned about his well-being. He's getting threats over the phone saying I wish you would die, so I don't know how long he's gonna be in there. Yeah, super creepy. And the oh my god, ghosts, did you see that? Oh. Okay, that creeped me out. But the one that I found that was like super, super dark and creepy was the one where Leslie Nielsen and Ted Danson are in this weird battle, and Leslie Nielsen takes him to the beach and buries him, and then knows the tide's going to come in and that he's eventually going to drown, and just the lengths he was going to put this person through as much possible torture before they died. Like, not only are you slowly drowning, and he's like mocking him saying like, oh, just hold your breath, and then putting the TV out and having him watch this person that he cared about go through the same fate. Like, oh my god, just such a mind game. I can't imagine what you would do in that situation. How would you get out? And then we see these like zombie sea people come back to life and taunt him, and then he ends up in the sand, obviously we see at the end. Yeah, I would have never thought of putting Leslie Nielsen and Ted Danson in a scene together, but it worked so well. And seeing the serious side of Leslie Nielsen was interesting. I thought the special effects, makeup, props, all that stuff were so well done, especially in that scene where we have Stephen King or Jordy who finds this meteorite, and then he starts to develop like green grass skin and slowly becomes just like a plant basically, and it's just growing more and more. And just that final scene of him just like covered in grass, like it wasn't just like a thin covering outside of his skin, like he was completely covered. It looked like he put on like a marshmallow suit or something, and then they covered that in grass because he was just this grass blob basically. But it looked well done, and like it looked a little dated but nothing crazy considering this was 1982. Like it definitely didn't look horrible. It looked like decently done, and just like slowly getting more and more on him like trying to process what do I do, and the dream sequences where he's making up scenarios of what would happen. At first it's like, okay, I can sell this and I'll get some money. Oh, but now it's cracked in half so I won't get as much money. Oh, and now I'll get in the tub, but my father warns me not to do this from the mirror. His ghost is coming through and saying, don't do this. That was interesting. And then that creature that we saw from the Crate episode, which again, I'm thinking was a reference to The Thing, just with it being Antarctica and the person's last name being Carpenter. I feel like, especially if Stephen King and Jordy Romero are involved, I feel like they would be familiar with John Carpenter's work. So I feel like that was a slight nod to him and the movie The Thing. And just, yeah, that creature and how we just had that shot of his eyes. And even when we saw like his full body and his teeth and stuff, it looked decent. And I'm assuming it was a person in a suit. I don't think it was computer generated or anything like that, again, given the time. And that's just my impression. I don't know how much of this would have been through the entire 5 stories, if it was any CGI was involved or computer graphics, and how much of it was practical. I definitely feel like the majority of it was practical, but comment below and let me know. And I love practical effects, so that was great to see. There was definitely some comedic elements in this. I wouldn't say it was like an edgier seat, like action-packed thriller or anything like that. And I think the short stories help keep the audience engaged, and I think that's what you would find in a comic book. You would find like little vignettes or little stories. So, and then we did see it start and end the same with that boy and his dad taking away his comic, and the boy sending away for a voodoo doll, which turns out to be real, and using it on his dad. And he's like, you know, you shouldn't have thrown away my comic book, Dad. And now the comic is in the hands of those 2 garbage collectors. So I'm not sure if there is a sequel, if that was where it would pick up. I don't know how popular this was at the time, but I feel like that little boy character, Billy, would have been very relatable to kids growing up at that time whose parents either didn't approve of horror or comic books or just those kind of things, and would take it away from them, and they kind of had to sneak around or not tell their parents about it. And maybe that's why it was written in. Overall, I really enjoyed it. I like the mix of live action and the cartoon and the comic book mixed together. I thought those played really well, and like I said, I haven't really seen anything like that before, so it was a nice change. Surprise cast. I wasn't expecting these people to be in this, and even though they were only in one piece, but still cool to see. And of course, Jordy Romero and Stephen King together, that's amazing. Definitely some interesting stories. Some of them I felt like the scenes could have been shortened a bit. Some of them did feel a bit long, but not the end of the world. They're already short stories. Like, I think each one was like 15 to 20 minutes. And it was nice to have that change of pace, and we go back to the comic book and then the new story starts. But thank you so much for sharing on this first time watching with me. If you have any other suggestions for horror movies you think I should watch, please comment below. And as always, please like, comment, and subscribe to this channel, and check back often for more awesome content. Comic maybe? We're over once a year to celebrate with baked ham. To give him diabetes at the very least. Where's my cake? Department of Meteors just took him to the beach and buried him in the sand. Such an innocent request. Just come to the beach, Richard. Eaten twice today in the past, 100 and however many years. 3 feet deep in cockroaches. Oh, there's the voodoo doll.